Moving on now, it is time to look at another piece of our state's fascinating history.
October is often thought of as a spooky month, and today we are talking about some interesting sightings that happened here in the state. Now, joining us now with more is Chris Goforth with the Nebraska State Historical Society. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
What do you have for us today?
So we have sightings beginning in February of 1897 of a UFO. Started around Hastings, and soon people across the state and even eventually the country reported seeing this massive aerial object. The descriptions were remarkably consistent. Again, this is before, of course, social media and any way for information to get around real quick. This huge canoe-shaped ship that sometimes was said to have 4 large wings. It was lit by an intense, brilliant headlight and a row of 3 smaller lights down each side. What truly defied belief was the ship's performance. It could stop in midair, move abruptly up and down, and attain incredible speeds. Now, these feats far exceeded the capabilities of any balloon or even current airship technology of the time. And some witnesses even claimed to hear a murmur of an engine or the laughter of passengers. Now, initially, newspaper coverage was a mix of fascination and ridicule. The Norfolk News, for instance, famously suggested that the sightings were just simply the result of citizens who had been drinking a little too much. Other explanations varied from logical to even the comical, like it was the planet Venus or a box kite with a big, powerful light, or maybe just quote-unquote snakes in a man's head. However, editors soon found themselves in a bit of a difficult position. Sightings were started to be reported by honest and trustworthy citizens. Now they're faced with constant reports from reputable people. A lot of these skeptical editors were forced to print stories in a more serious manner. Eventually, though, the story faded, the sightings continued, and then they slowly disappeared as well. But the question still remains. Was it a genuine mystery? Was it mass delusion? Or was this a perfectly executed months-long joke on the entire American Midwest? Even to this day, we'll probably never know.
Wow, that is interesting. And when was that? What was the era again?
So we're talking about 1897. So
Okay.
This is well before we had any of the technology that could create a machine that could do these types of movements. And again, what was really unusual was everyone's descriptions of this ship were very, very similar. And this was before a time where news could spread very quickly. You didn't have television, radio, social media. Pretty much the only way things could spread were word of mouth and newspapers. So the fact that so many people were describing the same thing with very consistent descriptions was one of the things that really made people kind of stand up and wonder, was this real?
Yeah, that is interesting.
I like the cartoon there with the corn cob flying in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, people had a wild imagination in ways to kind of describe what people thought they saw. But again, it's something we may never truly know what actually happened during that time.
Okay.
All right, good
All
stuff.
right.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you so much.